Okay, so we've got ourselves an article, and it is from Bloomberg Business Week. We got the title, Google's YouTube ad-linked video views jump to 3 billion a week. And we see that the article is definitely long enough. We can determine that it's probably at least 2 pages long if we were to print it out, or somewhere in that vicinity, so we can tell it's long enough. So now we need to open up our Word document, and we're going to, of course, put this in MLA format just like always, right? So right here it says we have to have it double spaced, a unique title, correct font, and correct heading. So I'm not going to go through that. You already know how to do that. Just make sure that you have a unique title, that it doesn't say Annotated Bibliography about YouTube, but something that is intriguing for the reader. I also want to remind you that you cannot use first person for this essay, that you may only use third person, he, she, and they, okay? So this is probably going to be tough for a lot of you guys. But for your annotations, you have to have 2 paragraphs. One that is a summary paragraph, and here's the information about that, and one that is an evaluation paragraph, and there's the information about that. So let's take a look first and look at our article and talk about the summary paragraph. So here's our article again. After you read the article all the way through, you're going to write a summary paragraph about it. So let's do that now. In this paragraph, we would start out, of course, with your MLA heading, right, with your name, my name, etc., class, date, and then a title, right? An intriguing title, one that will interest your reader. And then here is your bibliographic information, and that will be on another video, so don't worry about that right this minute. But here comes your summary paragraph, okay? So we would indent just like normal. This is my summary paragraph. It is at least 6 healthy sentences long. Okay, so no short sentences. Make sure they're nice and healthy and thick. It covers the important facts that the author made. So read your article, figure out read your article, okay? Figure out what the author was trying to tell you. What are the important things? If you leave and you only remember a few things, what were they? What does the author want you to remember? And then that is your summary paragraph, okay? Right here, just by looking at this, I've already put in 3 sentences, but they're not healthy sentences, okay? They only have a few words in them. You need to make sure you have plenty of healthy sentences in there, 6 to 8. All right, and then the next paragraph is your evaluation paragraph, okay? This is the most challenging part. So when you go to do your evaluation paragraph, you're just going to hit enter, just like normal, and indent again, and this is my evaluation paragraph. Period, right? Okay, so let's go and look at the evaluation information. So we need to be able to determine, okay, well, it has to be 6 to 8 sentences, but we need to know, is this article reliable and current, and why? That's a really important part, the why. Don't just say this seems current and seems reliable, but why is it? Okay, so, and then of course you need to know if it's biased or objective, are the facts well documented, who the author is, and is he qualified, and is this a scholarly, popular, or some of both kind of article. So let's take a look at the article and let's find out a little bit about it. So this article is by Brian Womack. We're going to need to look at that. It was written February 15th, 2011, not too long ago. And if we just take a quick look at it, we can see that this author has quite a few statistics in here. He's got some numbers in here. He's got some quotes. You can see he's quoting some different people, not just himself. Talks about how it's a #1 search engine. It's got some 17% because somebody did some research. eMarketer Incorporated did some research. And so did an analyst. Okay. And then he's talking about revenue, which of course is money. And so they're talking about how much money was made. So those are numbers. And then, of course, again, this is not just about him. This is an analyst who put those numbers in. So probably we could say, if we come back over here, it is reliable and it's relatively current. So this is my evaluation paragraph. This article seems reliable and current. Because, make sure you have a because statement. Because why? Well, because it was written only less than a week ago. Whoops. And it includes statistics gathered from various researchers. Okay. So the next question is, does it seem reliable and current? Why? Is the research biased or objective? If it's biased, it means that the author is only providing one side of the information. If it's objective, it means that he's got lots of things in there, not just his own opinion. Also, a bias would really throw his opinion in there all the time. So he might even call people names or be short-sighted and only come from one point of view. Whereas if it's objective, it's trying to be fair and give you lots of points of view. So in this article, we've already determined that he has lots and lots of information from many, many sources. And so we could probably determine that it is an objective article. So the author seems to be objective because he has included quotes and research from many different sources. Okay? And then the next question that we have to determine is, are the facts well documented? And we could take a look at that. He's got lots and lots of statistics in here. And he tells you where to find them. Like, you could go to ComScore Inc. to get more information. And so we can say that the information here is well documented and includes the sources for further investigation. Okay, so make sure you have a good statement behind that. Don't just make a conclusion. Oh yeah, seems pretty good to me. Tell me why. Alright, so that was, are the facts well documented? Your next question is, who is the author and is he or she qualified on this subject? Okay, so in order for us to really determine and make a good decision on, seriously determine whether or not this person is qualified to research this and to write about it, and if we should really listen to what this person has to say, we're going to need to take a good look at the author himself. So let's go back to our article and let's scroll up, and we'll see that here is the author's name, Brian Womack. And this is at Bloomberg Business Week. So we're going to open a new window. We're going to go to Google again. We're going to look at Brian Womack. Let's make sure we're spelling it correctly. Nope. And he's with Bloomberg. And let's hit search. Okay, and let's see what else he has written. Okay, so these are the other articles that he's written. We can see that he has been looking at China networking. So obviously he's into technology there. This is worldwide, right? And he's looked at Google undercutting Apple. So that's another type of another article. Groupon is said to seek operations. So that too, this is about businesses looking for things, but Groupon is also an internet technology service. and Google, more Google, more Google. Wow, he's really been looking at Google. And here's Microsoft Bing and Facebook. And so Brian, we could probably say that Brian Womack has quite a bit of experience researching technology. Now, if we had come over here and we had seen that most of the articles that he has been writing about were related to, let's say, food industry, or maybe he was a restaurant critic, then probably this would not be as reliable, okay, as this one is, obviously. So probably his article wouldn't be reliable, or as reliable as it could be. Okay, but all we need to know is who is the author and is he or she qualified in the subject. So Brian Womack is the author of this article, and he is and he writes articles, and he writes for the Bloomberg. What is it? Bloomberg something. Let's see, what was that? Oh, just for Bloomberg. Okay. And he writes for Bloomberg. He has written numerous articles about technology, including articles about Google, YouTube, and Bing. This article, he certainly seems to be a reliable source. There you go. Alright, so what was the question? Is he qualified? Oh, he certainly seems to be reliable and qualified to write about this topic. How's that? There, now I've answered the question. See, I didn't answer the question before. Make sure you do. The next question is this source scholarly, popular, or some of both? So let's take a look at the article one last time. Here it is. Alright, when we read through it, does it seem like the author is targeting the general public? Is he targeting a scholarly public, someone like a teacher, someone with a good degree, someone who's researching? Who does it seem like he is targeting? The general public might not even have a degree. So these are things that we need to think about. In this particular article, it doesn't seem like he is actually targeting the general public. Who in the world in the general public wants to know about revenue and talk about business, right? So, but I wouldn't say that he is actually targeting teachers. He might be targeting a very specific kind of teacher, a very specific kind of researcher, like someone who's very interested in in business. So we might say that to answer the question, it says, is this source scholarly, popular, or some of both? I think that we would have to say that this article seems to be both scholarly and popular, as it seems that the author is targeting an educated general population. There, done. How's that?